Alright, this is Synoptic and I'm doing a commentary for Empire Total War. I'm playing as Austria with 6 Jaegers, 5 line infantry, 3 militia, 2 household cavalry, 1 Ulan, and a carabiner and Hungarian hussar in the woods. My opponent, playing as the United States, has 4 rangers, 6 household cavalry, 4 militia, some US Marines, I think 3, and a legion of United States. Actually, that was 4 units of Marines. He has 3 units of household cavalry, both on his flanks, making 6. He's going to collapse. He's going to fall back this one, as I'm approaching my right. Basically, I'm just doing this to make him move, which is pretty much what I do in most of my battles. The first contact is with the cavalry. He has 3 units on the right side. He sent those to check out the woods, which had my hidden units. So I retaliated. I'm just going to attack him. This is extremely reckless on my part. All his cavalry is superior to mine, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to charge and run out. It's not going to be very effective. I will kill as many as he kills mine, but I shouldn't have done that. He's going to reinforce this area with his cavalry. So all 6 are going to be put on his right side. As he mounts an assault, he's going to start soon. Seeing the reinforcing cavalry of my opponent, I'm just going to retreat flat out. And back here, he's going to run up his light infantry, his rangers, to pretty much an extremely close range. What he's doing here is going to take advantage of my fire at will. My line infantry will fire straight away, and they'll miss a lot due to the range, but when the rangers get up this close, by the time they fire, a lot of their hits will actually hit the target. It's pretty effective, especially since light infantry can be in skirmish mode where they're all spaced out, as opposed to line infantry who all stand next to each other. Also note his advance. He's got all his 6 cavalry starting to swing around me. A big flaw of my current formation is that I have a militia unit guarding my left, so I'm going to collapse that as fast as possible. Now he's going to see this collapse, and I think he's going to charge. Alright, so while he's doing that charge, he's engaged in the main fight now. I charged I got 2 cavalry running at his ranges, and I'm going to rout those quite quickly. And I'm going to try and pull him out. The problem is that you're going to sustain a lot of damage while that's happening. So as he charged me, I set a square. So he's going to pull out. But he's also going to start attacking this militia unit who got herded out pretty much. I was trying to send them to attack, but they got stuck out. I lost my general, which is probably one of the cavalry units in that fight there. So I'm going to reinforce this area with my remaining units. But one thing I'm going to do, which I don't think he notices, is I'm going to position Jaegers on his flank. And that's going to destroy all of this. Notice I said Minutemen. They're quite terrible. And that's consisting of his entire left body. I'm going to take advantage over that and destroy these as quickly as possible. He has all his strong units, US Marines and a legion, all over this side. Notice his envelopment. He's coming quite aggressively. He's going to pull back his cavalry and come at me. He's coming at my left. And he's got cavalry also still attacking me, taking advantage of my current formation. But I'm going to set a square here. So I'm going to sacrifice that square while I pull back the rest of my army. Noticing that he has full superiority in numbers and stats, as well as the cavalry there. I don't want any trouble from that right now. So as a result, this unit of 150 units strong is going to get left behind, and they're all going to rout quite soon. So not only am I going to fall back, but I'm going to realign my entire force. All the while my Jaegers are firing, my long range units. So I'm taking advantage of their range, as well as I'm going to try and test his ability to reallocate his men. It's a pretty vital skill in this game. If you don't do it properly, you can lose everything. Okay, from my opponent's view, you can see his advance. He's got a lot of mixed up units. Notice his cavalry, it's all in the fight now. He has ordered them to go directly at my Windbush-Jägers, my 2 units here, the ones that initially caused the routing of his entire left side. But I sent a light infantry unit to go into square formation, taking advantage of the method he came in, pretty much in a straight line. So he's going to pretty much lose all of his household cavalry right here. This line infantry will be the death of all his cavalry. Okay, also notice how I have cavalry in his rear. Over here I've got echelon fire to take advantage over an enveloping force. Echelon fire is quite effective when you have limited space. So I got this unit here. The one in the back it doesn't have a fire at will on. So when I retreat my front unit, then I activate it, which will give me more firepower for space. And also here I'm going to start doing some rear charges in the front. Very quickly he'll order his men to engage in melee to try and eliminate my cavalry, because now that he's lost all his cavalry from my square and Windbush-Jäger, he actually has 1 left here. Now they're routing, because even as he actually did come into contact with my Windbush-Jägers, but I had militia in the back firing right into them, so I'm going to advance these units immediately. So now he's pretty much set me some nice targeting practice. All these men are just sponged up, very desperate to kill my cavalry, seeming as he has none, but I'm still going to retreat them. I retreat them into this unit here, because what he's about to do, he's going to try and kill my Windbush-Jägers, because those are the strongest force in my army right now. Notice his advance here. He's going to go straight at them. What he's going to attempt to do is also attack him in the rear with the Minutemen that I said had come back. But I also sent my cavalry there, and I'm going to smash them. So they're going to reroute. Noticing the rear attack has failed, he's going to reallocate his men again. And while he's doing that, he's going to get a lot of fire. This Legion of the United States is now wavering, and he's going to shift his focus to the right. Back to my perspective, I've taken the hill here. There are some pretty high rises, pretty big ones. So I've put my Windbush-Jägers atop, so I can shoot over my line infantry. This is going to give me some pretty big firepower, especially as he tries to come at me. Now he's got 2 units of US Marines who are elite. He's going to charge them into 1 unit of line infantry. These 2 Marines will be the last units in the game. Now as he tried to envelop me, I enveloped him straight back. Notice my green lines. So I pretty much just ran around him as he was shifting focus. And I'm also not going to let any of these guys survive. I'm just going to charge him with my cavalry. Ooh. They're still dying though. I think I left them shooting for too long, my line infantry. So now I'm going to encapsulate these remaining units. Now a major part of the victory was also due to my cavalry, who are attacking stragglers. Because now due to the patch, you can lose entire units quite quickly. We saw my unit of line infantry, 150 out of 200, routed just because they were surrounded. So that's how morale works now. It's quite wild, pretty much. Quite random. Okay, now those 2 units are routing. The game's over. What this video displayed was both players attacking, which is very rare. This is a very good game, very fun to play. I'm quite reluctant to post videos where it's just me attacking, because it's getting quite boring now. And I'm also going to only really post ranked battles, because that's what brings out the best of players. So what this involved was both players trying to envelop each other, and what I did to win was I fell back where he was enveloping me, covered by long range, which shot at his enveloping units, as well as sustaining focus on my envelopment on his right. So I collapsed his entire right and followed through, while as I took back on the hill, I positioned my remaining Windbush-Jägers on the hill itself, taking advantage over the high ground. And another big factor in this battle was the cavalry, which were eliminated by 1 single line infantry unit, which stopped them in their tracks while they got shot by about 5 units of Windbush-Jägers. So that was a very good game. A very good game to CSA Lieutenant Colt Tarleton.